she's the legal guardian of the child.
What can I do, guys?
Yeah, a lot of fathers find themselves in that difficult position.
Horrible.
What can you do? It's difficult. He complained. Didn't turn out well for him. All right, here to discuss civil rights and trial attorney Adanté Pointer. And Adanté, anybody paying attention to the trial that we just saw involving Lori Vallow Daybell knows that but for jurisdiction, she easily could have been convicted of his death in that courtroom. Lots of evidence presented about her connection to his death, some of the issues involving life insurance, and her text back and forth with Alex as well. And the doubt brought back about what happened between Alex and Charles and some of his interview as well. All those things, I think, easily could have led to a conviction in that courtroom.
Agreed. There's a lot of evidence that goes to connecting her to his death. You know, what you see in that videotape right there is a father who feels helpless, who feels as if he sees the looming danger and sees the storm clouds gathering, and he cannot provide an umbrella of safety for his children. And, you know, your heart just goes out for a person in that position. He's looking for help. He's looking to avert the disaster that's coming. And little did he know that that disaster was going to not only land at his feet and consume him, but also his children. And so, you know, it's heartbreaking to see, but it also justifies, if you will, what you saw took place with the verdict rendered against Lori. Now they're going to turn their attention to holding her accountable for his death. And you're right. You know, if not for the jurisdictional difference between the two places where these deaths took place, she would have been up for all of this at one time, and you would have been talking about a murder, I should say, a homicide verdict or a murder verdict for all of the lives that have been lost.
Yeah,
just tragic all the way around the board.
No doubt about it. And you know what's interesting is it tells you a little bit about Lori. We were all talking about maybe Chad had this influence on her. All that happened before Chad really came into the picture. He was just starting to come into the picture. And even before he was in the picture, there were concerns.
And I think that's part of the point, right? And you're right. This father, trust your gut. I tell my girlfriends all the time, like, trust your gut at the end of the day. And he did. And he was trying to protect his children. But I have to imagine, I really don't think he ever expected he would be a victim. I don't think he expected he was going to lose his own life in trying to protect the children. But let's listen, because the other thing that bothers me about Lori, and it goes to your point, this is before she met Chad, and how she reacted when she found out he'd been killed by her brother and she rolled up to the property. Let's listen to what she had to say when she rolled up to the police.
We just moved in here.
Gotcha. How long have you guys lived here?
I'm sorry?
How long have you lived here?
Like 3 weeks.
Oh, geez. Yeah, okay.
That's why the neighbors don't know us.
Gotcha.
Like, hi, neighbor, sorry.
I mean, what do you make of that, Adanté? Hi, neighbor, sorry, when she finds out he's been shot and killed by a brother.
I mean, it's pretty lighthearted, right? Like, she's having casual conversation with the police. She's not showing any type of emotion around his death, sorrow, grief, disbelief, surprise, or shock. Instead, it's another normal day in the neighborhood, almost Mr. Rogers style, talking to the police and making offhand comments. So I think that, you know, goes to the whole idea that she's not surprised or shocked by the news. In fact, she's not even outraged or in a state of disbelief. Instead, she almost expected the news to be coming, and instead focuses the attention of the police officer on the fact that she's just there, and that's why her neighbors don't know her, because she's only been in Las Vegas for 3 weeks, as opposed to asking for the facts about the death of someone that she should care deeply about.
And I think it mirrors her demeanor in the courtroom, the laughing, the smiling, the lack of remorse, the no tears, hearing about the 2 deaths of her own kids. Yeah. All right, we do need to squeeze in a break. You're going to stay with us. We're going to hear convicted